Hey, this is Marilyn Gigliotti.
Hey, this is Brian O'Halloran.
Hey, everybody. My name is Scott Schiaffo, actor best known as the Chulies Gum Guy from the film Clerks.
And welcome to Clerks Minute.
You're listening to Clerks Minute.
And I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Hello everyone and welcome to Clerks Minute, the show where we look back at the 1994 Kevin Smith classic, one sucking your own dick minute at a time. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
And we're back, and we're talking about minute number 51 here of Clerks, and what a fucked up conversation we jumped into. So, this is one of those moments where I'm like, I really wanted to try to get a guest on this week, but timing didn't work because I really wanted someone else uncomfortably to have this conversation with us. But timing just doesn't work out for us there. Yeah. But anyway, so it's just you and me doing this conversation. So anyway, we're in the car. By the way, I love I know this is an indie flick, and I know everything's cheap on the under this and that, but it's just funny to have the two shot in the car bouncing camera back and forth. It's just hysterical to me to watch this because it's like so nauseating now because I'm not used to it anymore. And it just goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It is really nauseating. I'm not gonna lie, but see, you know what it reminds me of, and this is a story for people that don't know. Me and you made a film for college. Yeah. And you did all the camera work. Yeah. 90% of the camera work was you. And fantastic camera work on his end. Yeah. But you did the car shots. Yeah. Like that. And then you were not this frantic with the camera. You were not. I don't know. That's just me. By the way, I'm looking at Randall's hat. I think I had that hat. I had that hat. The devil's hat he's wearing. But anyway, back to the actual conversation at hand. So we find out that she was 22 years old. Ooh. That's really young. Yeah. That is really, really, really young. So way too young to die of anything, really. And Dante pretty much said that the embolism in the pool is an embarrassing way to die. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
However, it's not as embarrassing as having a heart attack while screwing your secretary. That actually happened.
Please explain that. I want you to explain that.
I can't remember who it was. I can't remember who it was, but UJ told me a story once about it was either a politician or a businessman who was screwing a secretary and wound up dying. So she wound up dressing the corpse, make it look like, he slept over at his desk, that sort of thing. Almost perfect. It was almost perfect until I think they went to bring the wife in to identify the body. They found out that she put the underwear on backwards. So
I never heard the story before. Yeah. Wow, I never heard that's fucking embarrassing. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah. That's bad. Yeah. That was a bad one. Well, this is embarrassing here.
Well then. If you really want embarrassing ways to die, read a volume of the Darwin Awards.
True. A very valid point. You want to explain to people that don't know what the Darwin Award is?
These are awards given for people who do insanely stupid things that kill themselves and must remove them from the gene pool. Like for example, a guy who decided to clean his chimney by attaching a grenade to a pole. I'm not making this shit up.
I can't. I fucking can't.
Or a guy who decided to, superheat his lava lamp because he was impatient waiting for the lava to melt, which caused it to explode.
See, I'm looking up the Darwin Awards right here. And one of the winners of the 2017 Darwin Awards is called One Way Ticket. Out of Germany, I'm going to read this. Out of Germany, blasting apart a ticketing machine at the train station was supposed to buy him a ticket to the good life, but instead, the 31-year-old purchased passage in the opposite direction, losing his life in an explosion that ripped the metal front panel off the machine. He stiffened his resolve with a few drinks at the bar. He was spotted spraying cans of aerosol gas into the ticket vending machine. He placed the empties in a juke bag and then he ignited the gas by means undisclosed, causing an explosion that rocked the dormant neighborhood. A park acquaintance recognized him and called for emergency help, but sprinkled with fractal wounds and suffering substantial head... I don't even laugh, but it's just ridiculous. Head injury. The man rapidly succumbed to death despite respiratory efforts. Safety measures as simple as wearing a leather jacket and motorcycle helmet would have changed the outcome for Mr. One-Way Ticket Out. This is DarwinAwards.com, 2017. There you go. That was actually the top vote getter of 2017. So, that was the second highest vote getter of 2017.
He stiffened his resolve with a few drinks. Isn't that normally how these stories begin?
The actual winner came out of Mexico. As well, we have time. Standing... This is fantastic. Out of Mexico, standing on a truck on an airport runway, our double Darwin Award winner, Nick and Clark and Carlissa, chose a regrettable location for a cell phone selfie. 18 and 17, by the way, were attending horse races that were held on the track adjacent to the runway.
Oh, God.
The noise of the races and the desire for a new profile picture distracted the young women. They did not hear the motor of the descending aircraft! And the wing of the small plane struck and killed them instantly.
Were they fucking deaf?
And this continues on. People wake up to the plain... Whoever wrote this, add an exclamation point for no reason. People wake up to the plain hard fact that a mobile phone is a deadly distraction. Mobile devices take our awareness away from the physical world, and the Darwin Award archives are stuffed overflowing with testimony proving the tragic truth of this. So there you go. That's that was the top one. Yeah. And I love that, by the way, hashtag Your Death Matters. That was the top of the 2017 Darwin Award winners. There you go. We went on a tangent, but it was worth it for those two stories. It really was.
Okay, so what's the explanation for those who don't have a mobile device?
I don't know. That the fact that you're trying to, it can't get. Wow, I just can't get past that one. Why would you do that? I don't understand.
Because you're fucking stupid.
Speaking of fucking stupid, back to the movie. Speaking of embarrassing ways to die. Dante's, where am I? Dante's cousin Walter. Did he say his name in the movie?
I think, they said Walter.
I didn't hear the His cousin Walter died because he broke his neck.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay. Tragic.
Trying to suck his own dick.
Embarrassing.
What the fuck?
What do you think there was? What do you think it was that urban legend of Marilyn Manson trying to get a rib removed so he could suck his own dick?
I haven't heard that one in a long time. Yeah. I haven't heard that one in ages. But no, I can't. Okay, I'm going to be flat out honest with you. Never tried this, ever. So
why would you want to?
I don't understand it. But anyway, Randall actually tries to get Dante to admit this, which is probably one of the funnier moments. I'm not going to lie. Very funny. But, so Randall says, no, because you won't admit to it, as if a guy's a fucking pervert because he tries to go down on himself. What the fuck? Seriously?
I think he would be a massive pervert if he tried to go down on himself.
But I think he's just fucking with Dante at that point. But Randall goes and says, because Dante asks who found him. His mom found him.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my aunt, so they changed the wording here. Yeah. On his bed, double over himself with his legs on top, dick in his mouth. It was a mess.
I could imagine.
Balls resting on his lips. And Dante almost seems impressed.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I would say he'd almost be impressed with the flexibility required for this.
But you obviously are dead, so obviously you weren't flexible enough.
Yeah.
You obviously, if you're so flexible.
Sorry.
If you're so flexible, you're not going to crack your fucking neck. Because I've seen some weird fucked up shit when it comes to like people being really extremely flexible. Yeah. But yeah, you're not flexible enough if you broke your fucking neck on that one. Like, why? I
don't know. Maybe he had nothing better to do.
I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. That's where we leave our minute with Dante seeming impressed and Randall kind of almost like encouraging Dante to be impressed at this point.
Or kind of wistful, too.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, I think Randall's trying to get Dante to admit to things that I don't think Dante wants to admit to.
Yeah.
Oh, such a friend, such a friend. So, that's that. We'll continue this conversation in our next minute. Thank you all for listening. Anything else you want to add, Kyle, before we wrap things up?
Not really, no.
Okay, cool. Thank you all for listening. We will be back on Friday to continue this conversation. You can find us, obviously, here on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spreaker Radio, TuneIn Radio, and everywhere else you can listen to podcasts. And drop us a line and leave a rating and review. And thank you so much for listening to the show. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
You've been listening to the Clerks Minute. Have a good day, everybody.
Broke his neck trying to suck his own dick.
Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers, rolling fatties, smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts, rolling blunts and smoking.